Morning, everyone. How you doing? Apparently, some people find it very objectionable, their words, to watch me eat oatmeal in the morning. And sorry, but I'm gonna be late to work. I was at the gym, doing my cardio. Hey, listen, I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. I want to be all, so I can hang up at the pool and go, you know you want it, like that kind of thing. Because I'm shallow. But you know what? I'm 42 and gay. I'm allowed to be shallow if I can well please. You know? There's nothing wrong with wanting just a little bit of adoration. And, okay, listen. I am surrounded all day with people like Morgan Black and Brady Jensen, Rick McCoy, okay, Jimmy Cox, Tyler Saint, all these guys who have bodies, Bodine, you know, who are they're just so, you know, and then I go to conventions and I'm surrounded by people like Cody Cummings and Landon Michaels and Tristan Bowl and Austin Wilde, who all have like abs that you can see from space, and they're all like 20. So if I want to spend a little bit more time maintaining the abs, get off my dress. But further to that point, hey Jason, do most porn stars that you meet/talk to seem to be capable of being in a stable relationship, like separating work from real relationships? If so, how difficult is it to maintain this trust? Do their partners/significant others know it's strictly business, or can things get hazy and feel personal and cause problems within a relationship? Is that something you have to give up for a while when you enter the business? Okay. I mean, listen, there's a few qualifiers to this one. First of all, a lot of porn stars that I have worked with are in their early 20s, and like nobody in their early 20s is really able to maintain a long-term relationship. I seem to be the exception to that rule because I met my husband at 23. I gotta say that I posted a link to a picture of my husband and I when I was 23 and he was like, I guess he would have been 29 at that point, like just after we met, like about a week ago. And I didn't get a single comment from anyone on my blog, so I'm a little miffed. Plenty on Twitter though, so whatever. But just, I mean, come on, you're my guys, you know. Anyway, but I wasn't in porn at the time. The point is that like in your early 20s and late teens, nobody's really maintaining huge, long, crazy, meaningful relationships, gay or straight. That being said, if you've been watching the blogs recently, you know that Landon Michaels was just outed as having a girlfriend. And the girlfriend is somebody that he's worked with on camera, somebody that I've actually worked with quite a bit on Straight Guys for Gay Eyes. She's sweet, I love her, she's such a nice girl, and you know, they're actually a really very well-matched couple. But a few people have kind of lost their shit about that. I will also tell you that there are some older porn stars that I have worked with who've been with their partners for, you know, nearly 20 years. Again, I'm not naming names because I don't know if people are out about that or not. So I think it's just like the real world. You'll get some porn stars that are capable of maintaining long-term relationships, and others that are not. One thing that you do have to remember is that porn stars are, for lack of a better word, celebrities. So they do tend to have their private lives kind of dissected on blogs. And I know that even and I'm not even really a porn star and or a celebrity, and I have had my, you know, personal relationships dissected on blogs, you know, by people who don't know me or know anything about, you know, my relationship or anything. And that can get a little taxing, but I do understand people's confusion when they see me talking about, you know, how I've been with my husband for 19 years as of like about a week and a half ago. But then, you know, like a week before, I was posting video of me deep throating, you know, Bo Flex's, you know, 10-inch penis. So, you know, it's confusing to some people, and all I can really say is that my marriage is not based on sex. If it was, it would have ended years ago, because anybody will tell you that after the ring goes on the finger, yeah, you just don't have sex as much. I think that with gay male couples, they probably maintain sex, you know, probably longer and more often than a lot of straight people do, you know, because they're two guys who, you know, sort of tend to be hornier. This is kind of cute. The Shih Tzu. Okay, hang on. This is Halford. He's feeling a little left out because Max and Riley are the two young ones, and they're playing all roughhousing and violent. And Halford's he's kind of an old guy. He just wants to snuggle. Oh, he's trying to me. Yeah, he gets all upset because he's not. He's not really included in the play because he doesn't play as rough as Max and Riley, so he needs a little bit more attention. Do you look sad? Yeah, so he's looking down at Max and he's just going, "It's not any foot, none of these here." It's okay. Okay, why don't you go on down? There you go. Where was I? Now Max wants attention. Where are you? Okay, he's run off already. Essentially, no, I don't really see much of a difference with the whole thing. Like I said, my relationship isn't based on sex. It's based on love and support and friendship and a bond that goes much deeper than fucking. And if your whole relationship is based on a physical attraction, then you're doomed from the start, because looks change. And if you saw the picture that I posted of myself here on the blog, that you commented about, you know, where I've got like hair and smooth, clear, corn-fed 20-year-old skin and all that, you know, that whole what? I'm proud of it. I don't know, well, I was at the time. Clearly, if that's all that, you know, Carlo was interested in, he would have dumped my tattooed, skin-headed ass, you know, about, you know, 10 years ago, when the hair started to disappear and the tattoos started to replace them. So that's really it. I do remember vividly when Jake asked me to do the first scene where I stood in for him, and I had talked about how it was a possibility at home before, but I'd never done it. You know, and I didn't. It was one of those things where we talked about the possibility. I made sure that he was cool with it. I made sure that, you know, it wasn't going to cause any rifts. And then I wound up doing the scene completely unexpected. Like, I had about 5 minutes to prepare for it. And then I came home and Carlos there making dinner, you know, like the good wife. He's going to kick me in the balls for saying that. And he goes, "Hey, how was your day?" And I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna laugh at this." And it was a vaguely awkward conversation, and he just kind of went, "Well, we knew it was going to happen." And it's not a big deal to him, because our relationship is really based on more than that. And for that reason, I think that I've actually seen stronger relationships with people, not necessarily porn stars, but people who are just much more sexually liberated, because their relationships really are based on things other than, you know, cock. So if you can get to that point where it's not all about territory and owning your partner, then I think you're going to be way ahead. So there you go. Always love yourselves. Rocketsu, thank you so much for this iPad too, because I love it. And keep asking me questions.